It's the mighty 990 AM and 107.9 FM. KWAM Memphis, a Starnes Media
Here's
Group
Scott
station.
walking in the studio right here high up in the penthouse of KWAM Studios. He brought some swag. We had this conversation this morning, and we have a big orange cup. Big orange cup that says what?
Design Shop.
And then we got Buster's Butcher. Let's pop this sucker.
Yes.
Right. Jill's going to love it
So
right there.
Buster's Butcher.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Buster's Butcher is such a great place. We went in there and you
Are
found
you
some
taking
stuff.
this hat back with you?
It's a gift.
My dad's going to take it.
Oh my
from us.
goodness. He would love it. Yes.
If Big Terrell's watching social media,
You have a gift coming your way.
I came because you gave me a gift card to Buster's Butcher on Highland.
It's a beautiful place.
And I went there and I got a steak, and I'm so glad I had a thing because I said, cut me a big porter of $80. It was and I was raised in the meat business. We had a butcher shop in South Memphis for my whole life, and it was so good.
They know what they're doing.
They do.
They do. And they had really good olives that his dad enjoyed that we got.
Who's the master butcher over there?
That would be Brad.
Brad, that's who I met that day. That's who actually broke the short loin and went back there and cut me one right off the very top with the big fillet on it.
He'll cut it exactly how you want it.
They did. And I ate it just the way I wanted to. I actually shared a couple bites with Jill, which was a big deal for me.
So Scott
Guidry.
Yes.
I got it right.
You
I've been
did,
practicing for 3 weeks.
Scott Guidry Design Shop. Let's tell everybody where you're located. You're in Memphis off South Main Street.
We are. So we're right across the street from the Civil Rights Museum.
Nice.
And I've been downtown since 1997. So we've seen a lot of change since that time.
We saw you at the Crystal Ball. Well, not the Crystal Ball. I'm sorry. The Mayor's Ball.
That's right.
Yes.
We saw your hopping little dance moves. It was very extravagant dancing.
I got to witness.
That secret.
No,
it was a lot of fun.
It was a fun event, though.
Yes, it was. And you talked about some of your favorite places to go around there. Let's talk about some of your favorite eating places with them. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Right
She
around
looks
your
at me
area.
crazy. I'm so glad Scott's here to witness it because people driving in their car do not see these looks that I get from Jill.
I'm not giving you any looks.
He witnessed the look. I'm just saying.
This is me agreeing with you.
I'm just going to wear these so I don't have to look at your looks anymore.
So
so
favorite
silly.
places to eat downtown. I do like to eat. SOB, which is right down the street.
He took me there on our
south of
first
Beale,
mandate.
Downtown
Fun.
location. There's an East Memphis location as well.
South of Beale.
But always good food. We know
Talk
the
about
owners.
what you get there.
Oh, they have a salmon dish. I don't know
Love
exactly what it's
salmon.
called. I just order it salmon and they bring it. I don't know what it says on the
What
menu.
comes with it?
Oh my goodness.
Some people have weird sides. You just never know.
I don't know. It's on a bed of something.
Tiffany
Maybe rice.
from your cleaners is listening in with Daniel right now, and Tiffany's saying hi to Scott.
Tiffany.
Remember? She works at the cleaners and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Tiffany.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a small
I forgot
world.
that y'all knew each other.
Yeah.
So you take your cleaning
She
to
said
Tiffany.
you're very nice.
Yeah. She takes care of me. She dressed me up for today.
You look sharp
got me
today,
nice
man.
and
Looks
pressed.
like
Good
school
job,
picture
Tiffany.
day.
Well, I do watch you guys, and you're always looking top notch. And I thought, even though it's a Saturday,
Even on
I'm
a
going to do my
Saturday.
best.
Scott lives right around the corner, which is super convenient.
East
Yeah,
Memphis and
yeah.
drives a Tesla.
So-
Very impressive.
I had to look good because
When
I know
I-
my mom's probably listening.
Oh, sweet, huh,
Yeah,
Mom?
yeah.
Well, when we started the radio show, I said, "Can I wear T-shirts now on Saturday? Because that'll be so much fun to wear T-shirts."
I
Mom
said
Memphis."
no.
Yeah.
She said no. So that's great.
Yeah.
Suits on Sunday, suits on Saturdays, suits every day for TJ.
Yeah, and you're wearing pants and everything.
I got pants and
Right.
socks and
It's
shoes.
not just top
I even
up. It's
shined my
actually all the way down.
I shined my shoes this morning because I usually do video,
Yeah,
and we have my shoes under the table.
that's overachieving.
It's okay. We're going to take a picture later.
A
and
man
it's going to be
should
full
shine his
body,
shoes.
so we'll see it.
All right, let's have a conversation.
Yes.
It's a very casual world for men right now,
Uh-huh.
but you always dress for the part to whatever meetings that we go to or you go to. Don't you think that men should still shine their shoes and they should take their clothes to the
I
cleaners?
think we should take pride
What's
in
happening?
ourselves. Yeah.
Everything can't be that casual, guys.
That's right. I mean, you go to church, right?
You go to church.
Yeah. Got to dress up.
You got to dress nice. Maybe.
Yeah.
I've just noticed that you really care about that, and you don't like to wear tuxedos to Crystal and Union or anything. I mean, you know the right tie for the right occasion.
They kick me out. If you
If
go
you
in
get
with a
kicked out of
tux.
Crystal,
Yeah.
you've done something.
Yeah. But no, I think it is right to dress for the occasion.
It is.
If you go to Edge Motor Museum, we had talked about that earlier.
Right,
Oh,
let's
we
talk
should
about
talk
some of your
about that.
projects.
I don't wear a sport coat there, but I do dress the part. And this morning actually they have an unveiling. So
Really?
Where's that? At? What
The
time
Edge
is
Motor
that?
Museum?
it's at Edge Motor. It's in about an hour and a half, and it's a live unveiling. It's a free event.
So what time would that be? Like 12?
Probably.
There's a clock up there.
Probably.
It's a bunch of numbers because it has seconds on it.
11:30.
At 11:30, and is it open to the public?
It's open to the public.
This is late breaking news. Do we have any late breaking news sounds that we can drop in, Phil?
You guys are always ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So it's a new exhibit, a new car, and Richard Vining, who
Petty?
runs Vinings. He runs the museum, and whenever he brings a new car in, he puts it under silk. He has lots of little tags on his social media accounts to see if people can tell what's under there. You kind of get the form and the shape of the car. But he's always got a little trick, Those of us who think we know cars, we're like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what that is.
We don't know what kind of car it is.
Okay, so
we don't.
This is entertainment because everything can't be a movie or music. In my opinion, entertainment is anything that entertains you.
And it's history.
And that's
it's
why
a part
you're
of
here
history.
today, because you're attached and you've done designs for a lot of companies that actually entertain people for their day.
Like the Memphis Children's Museum.
Yeah. I think we've got a few really good secrets in Memphis that the word still needs to get out. You guys are doing a good job of spreading that. Edge Motor is one of them. It's been around for a few years now, but I think the word still needs to spread.
Right.
It's a great event. I think it's like $10 a ticket, which is
That's
super
very
affordable.
cool.
And you can spend an hour there. You can spend a day there.
So-
Richard and Bob know the stories of every car.
Wow.
What's your favorite car there?
Oh,
And what year is it?
I'm really a fan of the newer cars.
Really?
So
You're so
he's-
city,
he
man.
has
It's like city mouse, country mouse when we have conversations.
I grew up in the country, but most people
You
wouldn't know
did.
that.
You're
I
like
did.
super Cajun,
Yeah.
man. No electricity, no indoor plumbing.
Yeah,
And look at you now.
we did have electricity.
But,
But-
Daddy, when I grow up, I'm going to have me a car that works off nothing but electricity.
That's right.
Son, just get out there and plow the garden.
He
We
told me,
watched- oh my
go rake
gosh.
the leaves. Yeah.
We watched
I didn't hear his favorite car.
I'm sorry, Bob Barker last night, and one of the ladies was saying, "Does that car have air conditioning?" She was wondering before she bid on it. I guess she was thinking,
It's important.
I guess air conditioning is an extra feature. Maybe it would be more
It was.
costly.
It was when
It's a luxury.
air conditioning and
Back in the
automatic
70s?
transmission, power windows.
Was
Those
it
were
the
not things
70s
that
or
were
80s?
standard. I would imagine every car in that museum has roll-up windows.
Like
Not
crank.
every car.
Really? So there's some power
There's
windows
new
in
stuff
there.
in there. Yeah. So my
I got to get there. I can't
favorite
believe I
car
haven't been there.
that just left was a prototype for the Tesla Roadster. So before all the other Teslas
Really?
came out, Tesla
Was-
came out with a prototype, which is a little 2-door, no roof,
V6, V8.
no V's whatsoever.
Grab his mic and bring it around. Put the mic
Okay.
in front of you a little bit. I know
Yeah,
it's
like
it's
right
difficult
here.
because you're
Sorry.
looking at us and talking to
Yeah,
us, and
yeah.
then we're
I
kind of
think
side mic'd over there.
I have
we have to
trouble
remember
with
we're
that.
also on the radio and the video. Okay, now I think
We
you
want
should be
everybody to
good.
hear you.
I think it's KWs, like kilowatts, instead of V6s. And V8s.
Really?
But no, my favorite
We
car
just moved
now,
away
it's
from
actually, it's intimidating, they have a 2005 Ford GT that they just brought back. It's on its
Sweet.
second run.
Like what size engine we got? 5.0?
No, it's a
bigger?
V8. Actually, it may be a 10. I'm not real sure. I'm
Goodness
not
Oh my
the
goodness.
guy on all the details, but I
No,
love the design part of
You're so
cars.
smart. I thought it'd be fun to trip you up on your
You
answers.
did. You did. You got me.
Is it a two-door?
It is a 2-door, and it's bright red with white
pretty.
stripes.
What do you think
and
about the
super
four-door
shiny.
Mustangs while we're talking about cars? There's
Uh,
a new four-door Mustang,
It's electric.
but it's 4 doors.
It is 4 doors. I think they could have given it a different name, but they
It's
didn't
kinda-
call me.
Kind of like the Charger and the Challenger when they came up with the 4-door Charger and the 2-door
It
Challenger.
confused us.
They they messed it up.
Yeah, those of us been around a while. They confused us.
They don't call me at all when they design cars.
Right.
So-
These
I
two
love
can give their
cars. I've
feedback.
always enjoyed cars.
Yeah.
And when we got the call to do the Edge Motor Museum, we didn't even know it was a museum. We just knew it was a guy who had cars and needed some help, and so we jumped right in, and turned out to be quite an event.
So
Is your daughter
cool.
listening in today?
She's probably not listening in.
Is your wife?
She's at the grocery store.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
she has her AirPods in. Maybe.
Okay, well, maybe you should go
Shout
back
out
and
to
listen.
both of
We
them.
want to say hi to them. I know that your daughter came home from college last week. You have an overachiever family,
Yes.
and your wife is an architect for Hilton Hotels.
She is.
Yeah.
You've done
That
your
is so
research.
cool. So where
Well,
did
you
you
told
guys?
me. Listen.
Where did you and your wife meet?
We met in school at the University of Memphis. At that time,
Nice.
Memphis State. I think we're
Memphis State.
at our age. We're supposed to say both.
Mm-mm. It's always Memphis State.
Just hours and hours in design labs, trying to get projects done, and that's where we met. Spent
That's
lots of time
great.
together.
So
Let's
you're
talk about-
like-minded.
Buster's Butcher?
Buster's Butcher, yeah.
When you actually, and we're going to go talk about the carousel over at the Children's Museum, which you designed, and I want to talk about that too.
Beautiful building as well.
We have we're doing pretty good. We have 10 minutes.
Well, you talk fast, so I'm trying to keep up the pace.
But I listen and talk at the same time.
You do.
And then I take our looks at the same time.
And my interjections, I'm not allowed to bring up a topic.
You are. Go ahead, Jill.
TJ says, I don't want to talk about that.
Let's
I want to talk about this.
Taylor Swift's in Australia right now on tour.
I heard that earlier.
We had a Reba McEntire concert a couple weeks ago on a Sunday, nationally televised, and she only sang one song. She dropped the mic. It's Reba. The national anthem, Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love Reba.
She has a whole host of songs she could sing.
Yes. So Buster's Butcher, you really enjoyed that?
I absolutely loved it because, going in and buying tray pack meat that's already been cut is not my thing. I like to have it custom cut. Maybe someday he would let me get on his bandsaw and actually cut some steaks. I may go in there and volunteer for him on a holiday weekend.
Just go in the back?
No, I want to be up front, man. I love waiting on a fresh meat counter and cutting custom cuts and doing all that.
Oh, whatever the customers ask for.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. But let's talk about the Children's Museum and what you did for them for their carousel, because that carousel came from Hickory Ridge Mall, or it came from Liberty Land?
It came from Liberty Land.
Okay. And Elvis has actually ridden that before with Lisa Marie.
He has, and every other Memphian.
I have.
The actual carousel, I think, was built in 1908. So it's been around a while, a few years before us.
It is beautiful. Our daughter loves it. And I've been on it as well.
So everybody
really
in this room has ridden that carousel.
That's correct. I've ridden it a few times in its modern form. Actually, I probably have when I was in high school as well. I don't really remember. But so when Liberty Land closed, then Mayor Dick Hackett actually preserved that carousel. Took it completely apart, stored it in trailers. No one knew about it. When we saw it for the first time, the doors were welded shut from FedEx tractor trailers inside the Coliseum. And we got the invite to go see the parts, and we said sure, and we showed up, and it was amazing. That was quite an event just to get the doors ground open. And then they sent it off to a national restorationist, and this was, I think, his last.
I'm so impressed with you right now.
I think
that you just said
they
restorationist.
Had to repaint it, I'm sure.
They took
good
it
word,
all down
man.
to wood, right back to where it started. They repaired every broken and nicked piece and put it all back together in the original colors. They had enough historical data. And you mentioned Elvis. There is a black horse, a black stallion, that's on that carousel, and his name is Elvis. And I'm sure
sweet.
Maybe that's the one he rode. I'm not real sure what the details are.
Yeah, because he would rent it out.
But I can tell you who would know, and that is Jimmy Rout III.
Okay.
He is the son of one of the past mayors, I believe. But he's made the carousel his life's work.
So they called you and they said, we have this carousel with history.
We did.
And we have a museum for children and we want to combine them. Like, how do you do that as an architect? I don't get it.
Well, the story's a little longer than that. I've been working at the museum for probably 20 years on different projects. When I first saw the museum, there was a shell of a FedEx airplane that sat out in the front yard.
Mm-hmm.
And in a previous life, we designed a space to bring that indoors and make it part of the exhibit rather than a piece of yard art.
We love that exhibit.
Now your kid can just run through there and kind of pretend like they're.
We have some pretty good videos that pilot, co-pilot.
I love that there's cameras inside, so you can see where your box actually goes up the.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's a great exhibit. So I was a part of that several years ago, and then we did get a call about a special project at the museum. Of course, we showed up and said we want to know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they told us it was the carousel. We had to compete against other firms in town.
You beat everybody
every
time, man.
And it was quite an experience all the way through. The carousel was actually the piece that stood out. The architecture was there just to protect it, kind of serve as a backdrop. But it's definitely about the carousel.
So you talk the things you like to design, because you're not like a home. You don't do houses and stuff so much.
But you do hotels.
But you like to do things with meaningful design. What does that mean when you say that?
And churches and cafes.
Yeah. So for us, it's about bringing people together. I don't know. How much time do we have?
We're going to stop.
We have 9 minutes. 8 minutes.
We have like 7 minutes, man.
Okay. Well, there's an origination story that I wanted to share.
Story time with Scott.
I didn't realize until later in life this was the pivotal moment. But I did work as just a young pup in the industry. I was able to work on the Bosco Squared restaurant in Overton Square.
The best buffalo chicken pizza. Because they put celery on it.
And their salmon is actually oven cooked on a cedar plank. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I ate a lot of salmon.
Me too. I love it.
When in early meetings with the owner, then his name was Jerry Feinstone. He's still around, and his son runs the restaurant. Andy, hi, Jerry and Andy. I'm sure you guys are listening.
This is our camera right here. It says Bitfire.
Oh, okay.
You get confused by our monitor. It's a lot going on in here, guys.
Yes.
And this is our traffic camera right now. I'm keeping up with traffic. They have the bridge closed, so I'm looking at the signal alert, live traffic. Let me just give a traffic update. Looks all green, but some people drive about 90 miles an hour around us on the interstate.
Oh my gosh, be careful, people.
Be careful. Go ahead.
That's right. So, in working on that restaurant, the big signature piece is a bar. The restaurant had been a few different things over the years, but the bar had always been the focal point. And Jerry at that time said, when we're done, I want people in 3-piece suits sitting next to tank tops and tattoos, and they're just sharing stories and having a good time watching the game or whatever. And again, when I was a kid, I didn't really know what that meant, but I did kind of wonder, like, I don't have control of that,
How am I supposed to bring in the right clientele?
Right.
Yes.
Right. And 20 years later, every time we go to that restaurant, the first thing I do is look at the bar, and it's exactly what he said he wanted. A lot of that is a tribute to what Jerry has done as far as hospitality goes, but I think design played a big part in that too. It wasn't overly stuffy, it wasn't overly grungy. It was right there in the middle, and that at that moment, again, I didn't think much about it, but as my career kind of kept going, I started to think about the importance of that statement and how we need to always, as a people, be together. I think a community that knows one another is a community that is going to grow together, and it's when I realized that architecture could play a role in that. That's when I really got excited.
Right now, Memphis was built on the river and then went east, and then it went back and started over, and then now it's gone back downtown, and they're utilizing a lot of older buildings, but you can't just go in there and gut it out. Like Sam Patel is doing the Durman building, which is an old. They've gutted it all the way down, but he's actually rebuilding it right now. So there's a lot of rebuilding of old buildings and protecting the architecture, the original architecture right now. So what do you have, like a dream job or something you would like project? Because y'all can't. Let's tell them what's your website?
It's designshoparc.com.
Okay. And there's only one P, or is there 2 P's, and there's an E at the end? Is it
P. No E.
Okay. Design shop. Some people spell shop like shoppy.
Yeah.
I didn't know if y'all tried to be clever.
I think
like an
that's
ice cream
the metric
shoppy.
system.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream shoppy. He's like, what does that mean? I like ice cream, but I don't know about the shopping.
So after you say your dream job, I have a question for you.
Oh, boy. Dream job is just, I wish I could narrow it down. I think it's just any opportunity we have to bring people together. It could be in a restaurant. It could be at a music venue. I've got all kinds of ideas about music venues that I'm going to bend your ear on.
We need an outside music venue again in Memphis.
You read my notes.
Like Mud Island Amphitheater.
Yes, absolutely.
To bring that back.
Absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
That would be a dream job.
Okay. Very cool.
So, downtown, that's where we cut our teeth as design shop. Some firms were moving out of downtown as the Edge started becoming popular and Midtown started to grow, and East Memphis has always been there. We made a concerted effort just to stay downtown.
It's really cool. You invited me to come down and go to lunch the day that you proposed that we would, not that you proposed, but you proposed that maybe we start working together. Of course I did.
Yeah.
And dust your knee off, get up. This is embarrassing.
That's right.
But we realized that we were kind of like-minded in our vision of some of the things. We like the history, but we like all the new pizzazz. And there's got to be a good mix of it. And we like to have a gathering place for people right now. And I love entertainment, but it doesn't have to be at a big, 10,000 people sitting there doing the same song and all that. I kind of like a little more intimate type entertainment. I like jazz clubs. I wish we had a nice jazz clubs like Rudy's or something, or some of the places that we have in Nashville. I really like that little, maybe it's a couple hundred people are having dinner, a little dance floor and stuff like that. So,
yeah, Memphis has some good opportunities for outdoor music venues. Live at the Gardens, one of them.
Yeah, they're doing a great job.
The Overton Shell, has a great concert
series. Beautiful.
Free concert
we did
series.
that when I was a kid. We
Live
did
on the
Overton
Green.
Shell.
Yeah, we lived within walking distance of it for about 20 years, and that was at the end of that was when it started to have another resurgence.
Yeah.
And now we're doing a couple of little buildings off to the side, some restrooms and merchandise shops and some different things. So it's fun to be a part of that. But I think downtown Memphis really needs some outdoor music. The airwaves the air needs to be filled with tunes.
Right.
It does. It's really good for the environment. Trees are good for the environment. I promise that music is really good for the environment and sunshine.
It's good for the soul, right?
Yes.
Good for the soul. Okay, go ahead, Jill.
What are your favorite kind of bar stools? Like when you're designing a bar, do bar stools come into
That's the story
play?
you waited on. That's awesome.
Yes.
Love it.
And also, like for your home, do you have bar stools? Because we need to we're in the market to get new bar stools.
Oh, okay.
So what is your opinion? Yeah, we need some bar stools.
Okay, let's get some bar stools.
We have a big island.
Can we just go to Costco?
And we have like 2 bar stools, but we need
they don't match.
We need more.
One's from a garage sale and one's from the side of the road.
It's okay.
I'm a dumpster diver.
We have some cute stuff, but we need some, traditional bar stools. So do you do arms? Do you do back? Do you just do like a bar stool?
No,
what is your favorite?
I think your bar stools need to be moderately comfortable. If it's too comfortable, then your friends will never leave. They'll drink all your stuff and eat all your food.
We have that problem. We do. But when you design a bar, do you actually have input in the bar stools? Do you say it should come with these?
We do. We can select furniture as well. We would love to do the whole thing.
That just turned into a really good question. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Well, we also need bar stools. But I'm all about you don't like arms.
No arms.
That was going to be my question.
Because I lean on the counter.
Oh.
Like Grandma told me.
Because you're a man.
Okay. With the elbows.
Right.
So, but what about in your home?
No, we do have some counter height stools in our house. Do
they have backs on them?
They're modern. They have a short back.
A short back.
Just to kind of cradle you. But
so
no
you don't
arms.
Fall?
Yeah, no
arms.
Yeah, what is important is a little bar to put your feet on.
There you go.
So important.
Yes. Dangling
He's very
feet,
fidgety.
One of the bar stools I got actually turns out it's a barber chair, and it has a little kickstand that lifts you up, and you can push it. And
Does it go backwards too?
We got that at a garage sale, but I can spin around really fast. So we used to get our hair cut at our house in Nashville. We had a girl that came there. So it's like, man, now we're here and we don't have anybody that comes to our house and cuts hair. Tell people again where they can find you, and we're doing a lot in North Mississippi.
Right, we have like 30 seconds.
Yeah, close it out and tell us where they can find you.
You can find me pretty much anywhere. But our office, again, is located downtown South Main. Our website is the old www.designshoparc.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're putting a lot of effort in our LinkedIn posts right now to give some background of who we are and try to get to know us a little better. So look us up there.
We close out with a dance with this music. Ready? Everybody up.
Told you that's a secret.
Okay.
The dance moves are all
Thanks,
mine.
y'all. TJ Cates.
Jill Santabanez and